Hello dear viewers, welcome to TV Masters. In our today's session we want to look at question 14 for Jinja Joint move. And in case you haven't watched our videos on questions 1 up to 13, please don't forget to check in the playlist for Jinja Joint move. So we have so far already done the solutions to questions 1 up to 13. Please check and you'll be in position to get a very good, well-explained solutions. So let us look at question 14, part A. It says, find the equation of a circle whose center is negative 3 and 7 and touches the line 5x plus 12y minus 4 equaling to 0. So without wasting time, let us look at the solution. So we are given the center, negative 3, 7, and we are told that the circle touches the line, which is 5x plus 12y minus 4 equaling to 0. So looking at the solution, we realize that we are given the center, and we know that if we are given the center of a circle, then from the general equation of a circle, so we can say from the general form or equation of a circle, which says that if you are considering a circle that has got radius which is AB, if a circle has radius AB, then you can get the equation as x minus a squared plus y minus b squared, which is equal to r squared, where AB is the center, r is the radius, and xy is a general point on the circle. So since we are given our A as negative 3 and our B as 7, so we are having our A as negative 3 and B as 7. So this will imply that the equation of the circle will be in the form x minus 3, which is squared, then plus y minus 7, which is squared, and this is equal to r squared, meaning that x plus 3 squared then plus y minus 7 squared will be equal to r, which is a squared. So you can expand this and have this as x squared plus 6x plus 9, then plus y squared, then minus 14y plus 49 is equal to r squared. So looking at this, you realize that we don't have the what? We don't have the r. So let us try to simplify this further and have this as x squared plus y squared plus 6x minus 14y. Then we shall get 9 plus 49, that will be 58, which is equal to r squared. So we shall call this one equation 1. And now from this equation 1, we realize the unknown that we are having is r. So we need now to get what we call the radius. So let us actually find r using the information that we are given. So that is using the distance from the center. Using the distance from the center to the line. So when we are to demonstrate that, it is as we are having the circle that has got the center, which is negative 3, 7, and this circle is touching a line. So let's say this is our line, which is 5x plus 12y minus 4 equaling to 0. So this line here is touching, or the circle is touching this line. So you realize that what we have from this given point up to where the line is touching the circle, we have that as the radius r. So meaning that we can use this point, which is the center, and this line to get this distance. In other words, we are interested in getting the distance from a point to a given line. And how do we get such a distance? How do we get a distance from the center to the line? So we can easily get that by using the definition that we all know. So that is, so we know that if you are considering distance d from a point, which is a point like x1 and y1, then to the line, to the line, for example, which is in form of ax plus by plus c equaling to 0, then we obtain distance d as the magnitude of ax1 plus by1 then plus c divided by the square root of a squared plus b squared. So that is how we get the distance from a given point to the line. So this is how we obtain. So therefore this implies that our a, for our case, since we are dealing with the line, which line is 5x plus 12y minus 4 equaling to 0, this is the line we are dealing with. So it implies that this is our line and our point is negative 3 and 7. So for that case, what does this one mean? It means our D is actually the R we are looking for. Then our A will be same as 5. Then B will be same as 12. Then we are trying to relate with this. Then C will be same as negative 4. Then what will be like your x1? Your x1 will be the negative 3 and your y1 will be at the 7. So that is how we obtain the distance from a given point to the line. So this is how we shall obtain the distance r. So going on, we shall have our r as magnitude of ax, that is 5 times x1, which is negative 3, then plus b, that is 12 times y1, that is 7, then plus c, that is minus 4. So this we shall divide it by the square root of 5 squared plus 12 squared. So what will this one give? This will give, so this is negative 15. So we have negative 15. So 12 plus that will give us negative 84. So this is 12, that is positive 84, and this is minus 4. So this is same as negative 15 plus 84 minus 4. So this is 80, this will be 65. So we shall have 65 divided by, this is 13. And this will give us the distance as 5. So we shall be able to get the distance as 5. So from here, after getting r as 5, then we shall go back to our expression 1. So from 1, we shall have that x squared plus y squared, then it was plus 6x minus 14y plus 6x minus 14y, then we shall add there 58 plus 58 is equal to r squared, that is 5 squared. So this will be x squared plus y squared plus 6x minus 14y. Then we shall bring this one this side, that will be 58 minus, so that will be 58 minus 25, and that will be same as 33. So this will be plus 33, which is equaling to 0. And for that case, this will be the equation of the circle. So they wanted us to obtain the equation of the circle. So this is the equation of the circle. So is the equation of the circle. And that will be done. So let us now look at part B, which says show that the circles this and this are orthogonal. So in order to show that these two circles are orthogonal, what we are interested in is to show that when you get r1 squared, you add there r2 squared, you will get d squared. This d is same as the distance between center 1 and center 2 of the two circles. R1 is the radius of the circle 1, R2 is the radius of circle 2, and d is the distance between the centers of the two circles. So in order to show orthogonality, then we must show this. So let us now look at how best we can get the radius 1, radius 2, then and d. So we shall consider circle 1. Let us consider circle x squared plus y squared plus 8x minus 20y minus 28, which is equal to 0. So we need to recall that the general equation of the circle, is given by x squared plus y squared plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c, which is equal to 0. And the center of such a circle is given by negative g, negative f. And the radius is given by r, which is the square root of g squared plus f squared minus c. So these are the most important things that we need. So we know the general form of a circle is that this is how a center is given, and r is given by g squared plus f squared minus c. So let us see how best we can get what we call the center first. So for the center first, you realize that 2g is in position for 8. So 2g is equal to 8, and g becomes 4. Likewise, 2f is in position for negative 20, and f is negative 10. So what does this one mean? This implies that the center will actually be, center 1 will be same as negative g, negative f. So that is negative 4 and positive 10. So that will be center 1. So from the same expression, from the same equation of the circle, we can also see that c is negative 28. So how do we get the radius? R1. So the radius R1 will be same as the square root of f squared, that is g squared first, 4 squared plus negative 10 squared. Then we are subtracting c, which is negative 28. So this will be same as the square root of, so we need to add this, that is 4 squared, that is 16 plus 116 plus 28. So 116 plus 28 will give us 4. This will be also 4, and this will be 1. So that is 144, and this will give us 12. So meaning that radius 1 is actually same as 12 units. So next, we need to consider this circle, that is circle 2. From circle 1, we are in position to get the center 1 and the radius 1. So next we need R2 plus the center 2. So let us go on and look at how best we can get this R2. So let us now consider the circle, which is the second circle. Let us now consider the second circle, which second circle says that x squared plus y squared minus 2x plus 4y minus 20 is equal to 0. So from this, likewise, we shall see this is in position for 2g. So 2g is equal to negative 2, and g is equal to negative 1. 2f is equal to 4, and thus f is equal to 2. So what will be c? C is same as negative 20. So what will be radius 2? Radius 2 will be the square root of negative 1 squared plus 2 squared minus of 20. And this will be same as, this is 20 plus 5, that is 25. And this will give us 5. So R2 is same as 5. And the center 2 is same as negative g, that is 1, negative f, that is negative 2. So this will be center 2. So from here, we are interested in getting d, which is center 1, center 2. That is the distance between the two centers. So how best can we get that? So this distance is same as the distance between 2 points, C1. C1, we got it as negative 4, 10. So we have here negative 4 and 10. Then C2 is 1 and negative 2. So how do we get the distance between 2 points? So it is same as getting x2 minus x1 squared plus y2 minus y1 squared. So that is how we obtain such a distance between 2 points. So we can let n of these to be x2 and so we can have this x2 y2 then x1 y1. So meaning that we shall have the square root of negative 4 minus 1, which is squared. Then you add there negative 4 minus 1 squared, then you add there 10 minus minus 2, which is squared. So what will this give us? So this will give us the square root of, this will be 25, 5 squared. Then this will be 10, that is 12 squared, that is 144. And this will be same as the square root of 169, and this will give us 13. So D is same as 13. So let us look at whether it is possible to get R1 squared plus R2 squared, which is equal to 13 squared. So from here we shall have R1. R1 is same as 12. So this is same as having 12 squared plus 5 squared. And this will give us 144 plus 25, which is same as 169. So we look at R1 squared plus R2 squared. But you realize this is same as 13 squared. So this is same as 13 squared. So R1 squared plus R2 squared is same as 13 squared. But R1 squared plus R2 squared is equal to 13. What is 13? 13 is actually D. So meaning you have D squared. So if this is true, according to what we wanted, if this one happens to be true, then we conclude that the two circles are orthogonal. So we shall say since R1 squared plus R2 squared is equal to D, which is D, remember our D is C1, C2, the length between C1 and C2. So since this one is true, then the two circles are orthogonal. The two circles are orthogonal. And that will be proved.
Yeah.